So on Monday, the Hunter Classic went to a pretty much fully free-to-play model, and with that update, there were actually a couple of competitions that came out. I assume they're one-time things to get people interested in the game, but actually I'd like to see them run like once a month because I really like the idea. But the one we are working on today is the Ultimate Archer. So basically the highest combined score of a water buffalo, Eurasian lynx, grizzly bear, and white-tailed deer, all heart shot with a bow, is going to be the winner. And I realize I could very well be costing myself a win here by saying this, but the Ultimate Archer literally only has one entry, and at the time this video goes up, there's probably like a day and a half left to still work on it. So I actually shot a really big water buffalo on Tuesday. I was waiting to join EW's stream for the release of True Accent Call of the Wild, so I just played Classic to avoid spoilers, and I got a pretty good one with a heart shot. So today we're here on Timbergold to try to get a grizzly bear, and if we can do it quick enough, I want to go get the lynx off Hemmeldal as well. So the cool thing about this update is it kind of like, I don't know, gives me a reason to pretty much shoot anything that I get the opportunity to take down. Because when I'm doing videos in both Call of the Wild and Classic, I always, like, if I would see, well, does I'll still ignore because this is going to be valid for does, but if I would see a small buck or whatever, I'd usually just ignore it because, I don't know, it's not very interesting. But now, anything with CSS, so basically anything with a score, is going to add some GM to your account in the amount of the CSS. So this guy's worth 45. And by the way, is that an in-game setting? I might be wrong. Let me see if I can find it quick. Yeah, it's this one, enable taxidermy prompt from Harvest Screen. So I have that off, which basically means the only time I get the option to taxidermy something is after I have taken a trophy shot of it, which means if I don't take a trophy shot, it just assumes I don't want to taxidermize it. And I assume that is happening with, like, you can either taxidermize it or sell it for GM. I imagine it's automatically selling. So I should probably check into that, but that's a nice little way of not having to click that after every single harvest. Alright, so that's the female bear that I heard earlier. I have a plan. It may work, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I'm literally just going to run at it and see what happens. Sometimes they just kind of stand around and let you get close enough for a shot. Sometimes they'll charge, which they're pretty fast. They do stand up on their hind legs and give an opportunity for a heart shot. But also, when they're charging, sometimes you can get, like, through the neck area and into the heart. But, this is a female. But even if we get like a 16 or a 15 whatever female, they max at 28 or 27 point something. I'm better off just spending more time trying to kill a bigger whitetail than spending time trying to improve my grizzly bear by like a maximum of 12. Yeah, there she is. Can I get a shot off at her though? Okay. I hope she stands up because otherwise I am dead. Maybe heart. Got that down through the head. There's lung blood. Ah! Lung, liver, stomach, I guess just over the heart. But, got a few GM, because that does, of course, have a score. I don't think this works on males, at least not as well, but it does seem like a lot of the times females will just kind of stand around. So, it wasn't very far away. Unfortunately, oh, there it is. Disappeared off my hunter mate a little quicker than I thought. Yeah, just stand there and have no idea what happened. Ah, man, I thought I had that. Did I get a lung? I don't know how that's intestines, but alright. That's cool, I guess. Oh boy. I gotta claim it and then I gotta back off. How in the world did I get intestine hit bone on that? Shooting to the front, I have no idea, but I actually heard another bear as I was tracking, which probably started there, so I'm gonna go back that way and see if I can figure out where it was. I swear, this is my problem with every single competition I ever try to do in this game. If it's not for deer, the moment I get a buck grunt, I just ignore whatever I'm doing in a competition, and I call in the deer, and I gotta see what it is, because, you know, the one that I don't call in could very well be the rare non-tip that I've wanted for years, but these look to be about the same size. We'll probably just take this one. The good thing is he'll be pretty decent CSS, and therefore pretty decent, GM added. Yeah, I don't think there's anything just massive here, but I had to check because that's what I always do. Yeah, 92 CSS. Pretty decent GM monies from that one. Alright, so I can hear footsteps of what I hope is a grizzly bear. I think it is. I don't actually know if it's coming this way. It is a female. But it spooked because as I was attempting the same strategy of like running towards it, I didn't know there were a couple of elk between me and it, and they spooked past it, and that actually spooked it. So I can't just run at it, because I assume it's still in that kind of alert state where it's going to flee. But I do think I've managed to get close enough that if I can get eyes on it, yeah, it was definitely a bear, we should be able to actually get a shot and hopefully get it in the heart, because we're an hour and a half in now. So I'll still have plenty of time to go for a lynx. But it's definitely coming this way, and I don't know if I should crawl towards it or not. This hill is a bit of an awkward barrier. Man, it sounds like it is right here. I can't see anything. Jeez. It's about to get real interesting real fast, I think. I am not confident this is going to go well. This hill and the grass, it's not helping me. Dude, the sounds, though. I'm not usually this close to a bear for this long. Dude, okay, it's right there. Maybe? Instant drop. I don't know if that's too low. Maybe just neck. Can I claim you? Ah, that was in the spine. Yeah, it was awkward the way it was like leaning back to sniff the air, but I don't know if it would have fled or what. Oh, there was a buck down here somewhere. Might as well try to get that for GM while I'm moving up the river anyway. Huh. I don't think that's going to be worth the CSS to bother calling in, and I definitely don't want to waste a gunshot, because if there is a bear around here, that's going to spook it and get into the same situation we just had where we have to crawl in, so I think we'll just move on. Now, that is interesting. That's clearly a male. A decent male, even 21 to 27. You can see the width of his skull. He's walking right down the riverbank, though, and I don't know if he's going to keep doing that. I'm nearly certain I can't just run up to that. He will flee and he'll be an absolute pain, but if I can just kind of sit in the direction he's going to go and get a shot at him, maybe a hard shot, and maybe we can actually get this done. Dude, he is walking right at us. I didn't even think we'd get away with that. I wonder if I'm camouflaged here. I am not. And something just spooked to my right. I hope that's not going to affect him. Doesn't really look like he cares. That actually could be a decent scoring one, though. The big old skull he's got is very obvious. Is he going to notice I'm here? If he doesn't, when he starts walking again, that is when I'm going to stand up with the bow. Alright, here we go. Now, I do not think he's going to rear up to charge. So I wanted to stop again, which he should do pretty quickly. My only chance was to go through his head and into the heart. I don't see lung blood, but maybe? Ah, dang it. Not a huge one. 24.7's pretty dang solid, though. There was, I mean, I think he was going to turn and run. That's annoying that couldn't get it, but just that spot where we met, he was downhill. Probably could have been maybe a little further into his neck. I don't know. That kind of sucks, but at least we're killing bears. Could be worse. That's another pretty solid buck. I kind of got distracted again, but we are now over 2 hours in, so I figure we should probably shoot some stuff, make sure we're actually going to have more than like 5 kills for the video. You gonna stop? Please? Alright then. I did hear a bear somewhere up there, so I'm going to take it slow getting over here. Just in case he was close enough, or she, to hear that shot and actually would decide to flee, because that's the time-consuming part. If I gotta track one down and, you know, stay prone so I don't spook it further, that's what takes a long time. So there it is on the road. Actually looks like, I think that's a male. See the flat head on it. Ooh. Max possible score estimate. Not sure it's going to be even as big as the last one, because the weight was the same, but it is working its way kind of like this direction, so I don't know. I'm going to try to stay ahead of it, see if I can get a shot at it. I actually managed to get way further ahead than I thought I would. He's coming kind of at me again, and maybe 45, 50 meters away. I didn't realize I'd be able to this easily get in front of him. I actually thought, if anything, I'd probably end up behind him, but this little tree right in front of us, I'm hoping we can kind of see... Ooh, this rock might be better. I'm hoping we can kind of see and maybe go for broadside, because Bear's vitals are difficult broadside, but clearly I'm not doing very well head-on anyway. Where are you? Might not be the best spot, actually. Can't actually see him, but he's got to be, like, right down here. Holy cow. That might help. Yeah, right over that way. And I can hear him moving. I'm just afraid, like, he's going to come up this hill. Oh, he's actually going that way again. That's not a terrible thing as long as he moves slowly. I can get up and get in range. Ah, he's actually turning and going back the other way. How far actually is that? We're hardly out of range. But am I willing to go for that? Probably. Be nice if I could use, like, the spotting and call the wild. Eat her up. Here's hoping. It's gonna be better than brain and neck. It's either heart or double lung. Oh, that looks like it hits where I wanted. Please be a heart shot. No. Dang it. Ah. Bear's vitals are weird. They're so, like, scrunched into the front of the bear, it feels like. Because you can hit where I would think is, like, the back of the lungs, and you're nearly, like, stomach and intestine, not even liver. So, yeah, really got to be right through that leg, but... I feel like I was so close on that one. Well, it's 4 a.m. and I have to go turkey hunting, so unfortunately I am going to have to wrap this up. I'm hoping that I can go, like, do another attempt after this, and maybe get that knocked out, so if that happened, it's probably going to play now. This might actually be the most victorious I felt in my entire life. That was so frustrating. I dropped so many bears. Like, every one I thought, that was the one. Nope. I swear this is the smallest bear I've shot this entire time. I don't even care. I am not coming after grizzly bear again unless I can get, like, a 200 whitetail. Like, I can improve my grizzly bear a total of, like, 11. I can improve my whitetail, like, 30. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go hunt whitetail. Oh my god. That was horrendous. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.